Alright, what's up, Ride Warriors? Danny Miller back here playing Planet Coaster and continuing the construction, the beginning of construction, really, of Evergreen Groves here. Just a couple of things that I did offline. I did remove the ladders here on the front of the gate, and I replaced them with lights. I think last time we figured out this entry path, and we put these nice little light poles here. And I talked about how I'm going to be putting light poles through the rest of the park. So this is sort of what our entrance looks like right now. I duplicated these lights on the front side, and I put them on the front side of the park and everything. So the park is starting to look very nice and lit up. So we've done lots of good things as far as the lighting goes. We lit up our first aid and information stand, our guest services area of sorts. And we also lit up the bathroom. So what I think I'm going to do is probably, let's get it back to daytime here. There we go. So there's quite a number of things that I still have to do in this area. I got to put down some more lights on the actual pathways. I've got to do a guest services, or not a guest services, a staff sort of rest area building. I've got to do my food building over here. I've also got to do the gift shop building over on this side over here. And I've got to do some lighting, and I've got to do like bushes and foliage. So it's going to be quite a while before I get to really building any more rides. But I think maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll work on the staff building over here, because I think that'll be pretty quick, and maybe we can start working on the gift shop. Maybe we can knock out 2 buildings in one video. And then maybe we'll go, because what I would like to do is I would like to actually build a sort of a pavilion that goes over top of the carousel. So I think maybe I'll spend one video here doing this the staff building here, and that seems to have not liked what I've tried to do to it almost immediately. So maybe I'll kind of do this with the staff building and do the staff building itself real quickly, and then we'll move on. Let's see. Let's go to the paths. I've got the asphalt path. It's very weird how that's sort of done that. Oh, there we go. Perhaps what we'll do is we'll move this completely out of the way here. And I sort of just kind of put this path coming off the backside here, really for no reason. So we'll do this here and see how we can make out. I think this is 33. Yeah, it's 33. So this is the widest that we can actually get. Yeah, 90 degrees. We don't want that. I think we'll go to 26, and we'll go to 23. So it sort of narrows back here. And it'll just sort of go back behind there. I think that's kind of what we're going for. I'm going to build a path that goes back here. It's not really going to have any particular use at all. It's just really going to sort of go to that. It's going to look as if it's going to that door. Maybe I'll even make it 13 there. Yeah. It's really not going to have any use. It's just going to kind of go back to that door. And now that I think of it, I should make one going off of here that also does the same sort of thing. I think we had that as 26. Yeah, I don't want it to completely take over there. There we go. So now that's there. The one thing that this does give me the ability to do right now is it actually gives me the ability to move this a little bit. This building here. And I think I'm actually going to do that, and I'll tell you why. I think I'm going to do that because it'll give me more room to be a little bit creative with that. So let's see if I can just sort of move this out this way a little bit. It's very weird how that path is sort of working. It kind of wants me to build it right there. It wants me to build it right there. It gives me a little bit more room. I don't know that that's really done much, but it gives me just a little bit more room. If I need to, we'll move it again. But yeah, I think that's kind of, you know, I think that's fine right there. Okay, so now I've got paths that are kind of going around here. Oh, I need to go get my computer charger before this dies, because this game does it does eat up your battery quite quick. It is a very powerful game. I am not prepared at all tonight for recording this video. You know, I know you guys are watching this well after Thanksgiving at this point, but it's Tuesday night. Thanksgiving's coming up. Okay. Now we should be plugged in, getting battery, so that's good. All right. So now let's go back over to this building here. You know, sort of the staff stalls. And I think what we'll actually do is we have the ability to increase how many staff members can be in each building. I guess there's no reason for it to not be 10. We'll make it 10 for now. Because there's no money in this game, so I can just make it 10. They cost more to run. They cost more to run the more you have there, but this will give me the ability to sort of, you know, have less of these throughout. So we'll kind of build it in a way where the paths aren't super weird. They want to be super weird. That looks okay. So yeah, so we'll go for that. We'll go for that, and then we'll edit the building, and we'll sort of probably just do something very similar to what we did with these other buildings, and we'll make this one probably even more basic. I know that I was fairly complex with the bathroom and also the guest services area, so perhaps we'll keep this one to be a little bit more simplistic. We'll just put the arches here. Put the arches here. Go back to the walls. I do like the steel roofs, though, those metal roofs, and how they I mean, they look kind of neat to me. And they're different from the main entrance gate, so I do like that it's different. I mean, I like having some consistency. I like having some consistency, but I also do enjoy the fact that I also do enjoy the fact that it's different than you know, the rest of the buildings at the park. So here's what we'll do. I'll sort of make this you know, I'll sort of do this this rounded look. And I think this kind of looks neat. I'm just kind of experimenting with how I can make things look right now. You know, I think we'll just do this type of thing. Again, I'm not looking for anything overly complex, just something to make it not you know, a square building of sorts. You know, I think that kind of looks good. I mean, it's sort of it's a completely different type of look. But again, it's symmetric because I like symmetrical things. I think it looks nice. I can do this. And you know, there's even going to be some logic of maybe putting a second floor on here. Although I don't think I need to do that. I don't think there's any real reason to do that here. I think I decided this yesterday as I was playing this sort of afterwards. I've sort of decided that I think I sort of want. See, the only downside is those things look a little weird. But I mean, you're not going to see those from park level, so it doesn't bother me as much. And I want to have these things facing this way. Yeah, you see how it's kind of weird that they don't face the right way, which is a bit of a shame. But that's okay. You know, maybe we can do something about that. There's this wood curved platform, which I could put that on top, but you know, there's the overhang sort of thing here, which is, you know, it's interesting looking, but you know, it doesn't really do a whole heck of a lot for me, really. So let's go to the roof, on all roofs, and I'm gonna take that filter off. And I know my steel roof that I've been using elsewhere. It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. The sound that these roofs make when they plunk down is just, it's pretty hilarious. So I'm just gonna put those down, and I mean, it's not an overly elaborate looking building, but it's sort of just like a staff break area. I mean, it might actually be appropriate to have windows on this of sorts. So maybe I will. I do kind of wish that I could put some you know, a different looking roof here. But I don't think there's a curved metal roof that kind of goes along with this here. What do we have? We have this concrete roof. Yeah, there's not really anything that kind of goes along with it there. So maybe it'll just kind of have to be like that. You know, and maybe there probably ought to be some windows on this. So let's see what we can find. Windows. I mean, there should be some windows on this. It's an employee break room. So I would expect this to have, there we go, let's put the lighting on that side so we can actually see what this looks like. It is an employee break room, or a break building, if you will, so it probably should have some windows. Yeah, I think we use, what did we use? We used this on the park entrance gate. But I don't know. Yeah, see, I think we could kind of do this type of thing. And I think we could go for sort of that. Whoa, not that green. That is way too bright green. If we paint this, see, and here's the problem. I've got these window things here, and then again you can see there's a paint option there, but I can't see it right there because it's being blocked. Oh, see, that looks kind of interesting. Maybe I'll do something like that. I'm gonna decide what types of windows I want to put there. I'm gonna decide what types of windows I want to put there. It's just I'm not gonna put them down just yet. Let's see here. Let's go to our columns. I'm gonna turn my modern wood filter back on, and I'm gonna go back to my favorite column type that I've been using here throughout. And I think I'm just going to use it. I'm going to use it in the corners. You know what? I'll use it along here too. That's fine. I'm not going to use it along the back here. Maybe I'll use it there, but I won't use it along that bigger bit. I'll just place along here again. Just trying to give the building a little bit of that extra look, especially since the roof is kind of weird and I don't really know what to make of it. I mean, I think that looks fine from here. It looks a little bit weird from up here, but at player height, it's actually going to be here. So now let's see if there's any. Any curved decorations that we have decorations, signs, facility signs. Let's turn my filter off. Is there anything like staff? I don't see. There's nothing as far as staff goes. So it's just kind of here. So there might be something that we could use, but maybe not. So maybe this just doesn't need a label of any sort, although it probably should. Oh, well, that doesn't look terrible. That's too big. That doesn't look bad. Can I see the color? I can. So I can make it dark green, and then bit of a brighter green, perhaps. What color's the cream? Oh, well, there we go. So I can make that like a yellow color, and I can make this a sort of dark green, and it's lit up. Actually, I think that's what color the lights actually are. And then maybe I'll just say that this is going to say staff. Yeah, I think that's good. That tells me what the building is. The peeps will really have no reason to go over there. And again, it's hard to see. Oh, let me. Maybe I might be able to see what some of these colors are. So Evergreen Groves, I'm using 07. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna bring up a note in my phone real quickly, and I'm gonna type down. I should have been doing this before. I should have been typing down the codes for all these colors, so that I can keep them consistent, because these are the types of things that'll bother me over time if they're not consistent. So that's the brighter green, and the darker green is 183 B07. And then I'm using the pure white, which is all F's, and then I'm using that same darker green as the outline for my okay. So now I'll go here, and what I'll do is I'll edit it with the selected part. I still like that cream color though, so I will make this the darker green, which is the 183 B07, which is that color. Okay, and that I think that same darker green is the outline color. That's fine. I don't need to have that brighter green there. I think that looks good. Okay, so now let's see here. Now I know I'm gonna do some lights here, so let's change this to 6 p.m. again. I don't know if I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see my. Although if I go to the decorations, perhaps those will still be there. Nope, they're not. I think it's that one. But we'll try it. And I'll put a few lights on this building here. I do know that the red, it's that lighter cream color, which is that one. Yeah, that looks to be the same. Oh, I'm editing the restroom. I want to edit the staff building. So I've got the light here. I want to do this, and then I believe this is it that color or is it that color? It's definitely not that color. I think it's this one. So yes, I think that's the same sort of lighting that I have. Certainly looks like it. Is that the light cream? Oh, no, it's not. There it is. So yeah, I'll put these lights on here real quickly, knowing that I'm probably not going to have a lot of lights on here anywhere else. You know, maybe I'll just put a few lights along the back side here, just on the columns. You know, just for consistency's sake. Of this building lit up, you know, somewhat nicely. Oh, well, that doesn't look bad either, to have them on the side there. But there's no reason to have that lit up on the side there. So we'll just leave it like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. I mean, that's good enough for what we're trying to go for. So now let's change the time of day. We'll change it back to the 3 p.m. And what we'll do is I will go back to the window decorations, and we'll go back to these nice, there's the plain wooden window, plain large window. I kind of like the way that looks there. I mean, it's a smashed window. It's pretty neat. Windows with shutters. And that looks kind of cool. I mean, neat, peaked, small. I like that. Maybe what I'll do, see, that's smaller. This is large. So maybe what I'll do, I'll make, I'll put these windows on here, and what I'll do after the episode is over, I'll go back and make sure that I'm matching these window frame colors to the ones that are on the main entrance gate, just for consistency's sake. So I'll put the larger ones there, and then I'll put one smaller one up there, as if that's sort of like a main office of some sort for somebody. And this lower area will probably just be treated more of as like a break room. Oh, I can put these on the side. Oh, okay, so that's good. So I think what I'll do is maybe, can I put the smaller ones here? Yeah, the smaller ones look a little bit weirder though. So I'll put these windows here, you know, so that it looks like we're giving our staff members plenty of windows to look out of while they're on their breaks. And we've got the building that's got plenty of lighting now. Yeah, so now if we go to 6 p.m. Yeah, so now we've got this staff building that looks nice. I mean, it's a bit more plain Jane, but it looks nice. It sort of blends in. It's got the same style of lighting, and I think it looks pretty good. So now what shall we do? We've got the staff building that looks very nice. You know, it looks rather plain, but I think having a staff building that looks a little bit less intricate than the restroom and the guest services building, both of which I think look spectacular, is fine. So let's, what shall we do next? Well, you know what? Here's an idea. Why don't we move on to the merry-go-round at this point and try and figure out sort of the path situation that we're going to have to deal with here, because I am going to have to figure out how to get sort of a path that goes around this, and I'm going to have like a queue in here in some sort, in some way. I'm sort of thinking, and this is going to come down to sort of the idea of how the park is going to actually work. I feel like I kind of want to have the park split off in two directions, sort of off to the right and off to the left. But I sort of wanted to split off in this sort of way. Again, trying to make things, you know, fairly nice and symmetric. I can't tell if that's symmetric or not. Okay, so I've got a 2-lengther, 45, a 2-lengther, 45. I mean, that looks symmetric to me. So now we can go down each of those midways on either side, and we can start building rides on either side. And I think that'll be fine. Let's build one set of path on either side. And actually, you know, what I should do, actually, what I'm kind of thinking now, I should probably make this like a thinner split off. Maybe it's only 20. And the reason I say that is because here's what I'm thinking. Thinking at some point I could sort of have a split off here, where it sort of comes into two. I'm just doing this to kind of show you what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking I could do something like that, where I could put, you know, trees and flowers down that way at some point, where it could sort of just split off into two different paths. I'm sort of thinking that. Well, if I split this off here, can I get it to nicely... Can I widen it out to 26 as it straightens? Yeah, I think I can. Actually, I think I'll do the opposite of that. I think I'll have it break off at 26, like that, and then when I'll sort of narrow it to 20, like that. And then at some point I can sort of have it come off here like this. Kind of thinking how I want to do this. Let's snap these. Let's snap these to just the 30-degree angles. Oh, not 36, 30-degree angles for now. I think I'll just do this for now. And I need to get to 45 in order for me to do this the way I want. There we go. That looks symmetric for now. So that's good there. And we're going to spin it around. That looks good there. I think I can work with that as far as splitting off my park. So now, let's see. What do we want to do for this? I think we want to keep it at ground level, but I want to give the carousel sort of a very grand sort of look, like a grand carousel. First other thing I want to do is I want to give it the... Oh, see, that looks really cool. Colorful brick. Oh, that looks great. I kind of want to do something special for it. No, I don't. Well, the wooden base might actually look kind of neat. I'm definitely going to do something different with that. I guess the question now is going to be, how do we want to do this? Is there an option to... There's not an option... Well, there's an option to do that. But if I want to do a building, it needs to be sort of based on the ride. Let's do a building. Let's see what we have in terms of walls. We've got like this decorative trim that looks okay. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this just yet. See, I kind of almost wish that you could just build a... See, if you could build a perfectly circular path, which, you know, I think is possible, but the way that I sort of have this straight here, it's going to be quite difficult to do. I mean, it is possible because you can actually build, you know, circles here. It is something that you can do. Let's actually see... Let's see what the possibility of building a circular path is here. And it might have to be, you know, sort of poking off this way. 45, 45. And if I come off this way, do 45, 45. Well, I was thinking about it. See, I think that's basically symmetric. It actually looks like it is. See, my only problem with that sort of size is that it looks like the it's like egg-shaped, which I don't mind, but it doesn't give me a lot of room to do anything with the carousel. So perhaps what I need to do is I need to shorten this length to 2, and then I'll make it so that it comes to a... I'll make it that it comes here. There, and sort of, it's still sort of oval shaped, and then I can break my paths off there, because now what I can do is I can sort of make this look pretty out here. I'm going to do the advanced move here, and I'm going to use the global axis, and I'm going to make sure that this is sort of perfectly centered here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want my building to be pretty much perfectly centered here. So now I've got plenty of room on both sides. I've got plenty of room to make a big elaborate building here. Perhaps I can always go back and bring my paths in a little bit closer to the ride. But in general, it's going to give me the opportunity to do some things around the carousel here, the antique carousel. So I'm almost at the 35-minute mark for the video here, so why don't I at least begin to experiment? Oh, see, you've got like these Baroque decorative trim pieces. Are these paintable? No, they're just gold. But they look nice. And these are just wall decorations. Because what I kind of want to do... That's diner, drive-through, haunted house, painted. Oh, see, this might be the place to use these painted pieces, because then I can do, like, steeples, and I can do sort of the Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do because I can create this nice pavilion. Um, I can do it in such a way where I've got I think I'm going to do sort of the 45-degree angles, so I can do something that's octagonal. I want it to be octagonal. That's sort of the look I'm going for. Although I do want it to so if I want it to be octagonal, then I'm going to have openings like here, here. You know, the posts are going to be around because there's going to be 8 corners. So what I really want to do, I think, is sort of place the roof pieces first. Because that'll give me my big octagon and it'll kind of tell me where I'm going to be working. So why don't we look for some roof pieces that look nice? I think I am going to go back to the building material, and I'm going to go to the wood again, but I'm going to make sure that I can find things that are octagonal, hopefully. And this wood curved platform, which I used. See, that looks nice, but that's not really kind of what I was looking for. I was hoping for something other than those. We've got this castle stone, which I'm not too fond of. We've got this castle spire edge. Now we used this out front, and I like the way that looks, but the problem is it's still the 90-degree angle. So if I want to do this myself, it's going to have little gaps in there. Let's see, I want something that is just a straight up angle on the corner. Gingerbread, no. Icing trim, that's interesting. I'll give you, here's your Qin Dynasty. All these building types look really nice, but they're just none of them are kind of what I'm going for. See, it says it's octagonal, but the problem is it has the ends on it. So I can build a small octagon, but I can't build a big one unless I have the triangular type pieces. And unless it's gonna be an oblong octagon, which is maybe okay. Maybe I want to do the flat roofs. So the piece that I really need to look for is a triangle. I suppose. Roof trims. I need a piece that looks like a triangle. I need a flat roof that looks like a triangle because that'll give me what I want. See, I've got the right corner there. Well, I guess I don't. I could use the let's go to the pitched roofs again. Because if I have sloped roofs, oh, see, that's like exactly the type of thing that I want in the middle. I want like this big spire in the middle. And this is octagonal. Again, this is the same building set, if you will, that's out at the front entrance of the park. So let's just plunk that down and see how that looks real quick. So if I come in, so if I come in there, and what I could do is actually I could change that up. So on the front entrance, I've got this big spire. On the front entrance of the park, I've got this big ass spire. I don't have the spire. I've got sort of those pieces, but they're like that foresty green color. So if I have this big spire that is instead, I actually like the look of sort of this burnt red color. Yeah, it's sort of like a maroon color. I kind of like that maroonish type color. Because it's a little bit different. So what I can do, oh, see, and that's created a building. So yes, this is exactly what I wanted to do. So let me delete that. I've got this, and I like that. I like sort of that red color. It's different from everything else that we're doing. Oh, and that's sort of the peak. Can I do? Yeah, I sort of like the look of doing a gray tip. I guess it doesn't really do much, um, but it's there. So maybe what I'll do is I'll try and center this the best that I can. Just looking sort of straight down on top of the ride. I'll try and center it as best as I can. Oh, see, it's not going to let me do that, but then I can shift to raise it, and we'll just place it really very high, and now we'll see what we can do. Oh, see, you can build your own very tall spiral, if you want to do such things. We've got this square type spire, which is interesting. So now I guess the question is, do we have roofs like that? What are these called? They're called castle. Whoa! Oh, see, that's like a minaret. That's square. Oh, do these come down from the spire? See, this sort of see, this isn't quite what I thought it would be though. Because in my mind I want sort of the, see, it says corner. It's way too tall. And I was sort of hoping that there would be a way to sort of bring those down gradually, sort of at that angle, but there's not really a way to do that. Crap. So I'm sort of running out of exactly what it is that I want to do. I mean, I like that spire there, but now I've got to come up with a roof type that sort of matches that. It's almost like a tile roof. Here's a wood tile roof. Oh, well, there it is. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I just kind of wish that I could. Is it paintable? I think it is. Yeah, so I kind of wish that I could, can I drag this down a little bit? Yeah, okay, so there might be something here. See, but these are corners. I want to change my grid to get a little bit more. So maybe I can do something like this where, I can use this wood tile slope. Here's your outer corner. I'm looking at all these different options as far as this goes. Oh, here's an idea. Maybe, just maybe, I'm thinking of something different now. I'm thinking maybe it's a four-sided type of thing. I'm thinking it's maybe a four-sided type of thing where you've got this. So you've got four distinct sides on the roof. You know, let's just say, oh, see, that's obstructing. Does it like that? Nope. Nope. Crap, that's gonna have to be really tall. It's gonna kind of defeat the purpose of what I was trying to do. Well, I'm gonna pull it off the grid that way, and then. It's okay with that though. Okay. So let's get rid of that and rid of that. So our building's kind of there. So what I'm kind of thinking at this point is can I do like four corners, a four corners type deal, where I rotate this and it comes over sort of like that, and maybe you can see what I'm starting to envision, where I sort of do this type of thing, and instead of it being octagonal, it's still square of sorts, but it's still square, but I'm still gonna have 8 distinct types of peaks. So like for example now, this could do, whoops, I don't know where it is. Is that it there? Yes, yes, like that. See, I'm liking this. And the question is, will it like that all the way around? I think it will. So you can see where this is going to get interesting now in trying, the building is going to look very unique. It's almost going to have sort of a barn look to it, actually, if I keep doing this. But my hope is that I can do, here's your inner corner, so I can now put this here. Oh, see, I'm liking the way that this is starting to look. It's gonna look, well, it kind of looks a little bit like a barn right now, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest with the two different peak types. But I think what I'll do is I'll change it to be more of a brown, because yeah, I'll change it to be a little bit of a darker red again. That's gonna be tough to do. It's gonna be tough to do here. And then what happens if I do this? See, this has the wooden underside, though. What's that called? It's called tile roof ridge, inner corner. See, none of these are ridges, so only the ridge piece, I think, has that overhang. Oh, see, the ridge has it, and that peak has it. And then we've got vintage domed spire. Oh! Okay, so then maybe I can put a spire on the top. Okay, so we've sort of got that look, or we've got the steeper look, which I think maybe will actually help avoid it looking so much like a barn if I do this. If I do this and give it like 3 distinct sort of looks, I sort of don't have a good thing to do in the middle, but oh, we've got these big spires. We've got these smaller spires. And here's a smaller spire. Okay, yes, I think this is looking good. And what I'm hoping is that somehow I will have the ability to put, yeah, because look at the wood beams underneath there. That looks super cool. I'm hoping that there's a way that I can add some wood beams like that on the underside. And maybe I can lower this entire building down. Let's see, let's do this, and I'm editing the building, done. Let's do the advanced move, and let's now see how far down I can actually move it. So it tells me no, 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 no. Right about there. So right there is the shortest I can go. And that is going to look great, because now I've got this roof sort of down on the sides, but I've got a beautiful look at my carousel here, and even from the sides here I can see it very well. It's very open air type look. that is going to look really cool. So we're approaching 50 minutes here, and you can see from the entrance, I'm still going to have a beautiful look at the carousel. I'm gonna have this really nice looking building. I'll put a spire type thing on the top of it still, and I still have the ability to do all these really nice looking columns, maybe on the corners and going up into the building itself, and maybe I can do something on the underside. It would be nice to not have this open on top. Maybe I'll just have to make a choice as to which way I need to enclose it, because I don't think, oh, can I change it all at once? Oh, I can change it all at once. Look at that. It selects the whole building. That's a little bit too dark. I want to go a little bit more red. I think that is maybe the way to go right there. And we'll call this the Antique Carousel Pavilion. Yeah, that looks good. And I think what we even have the option to do is building sort of a smaller pavilion off the side. I don't know if we'll do that. But I think this looks good. So at about 50 minutes now, I think we will pause here. And it's great to finally be focusing on a ride. We did a lot in this episode. So we not only built our staff building over there, which I think looks pretty good, and we made that look really nice. But then we also started focusing on our carousel, because I spent the last couple episodes doing, just facility buildings and a little bit of lighting. So I think focusing on the carousel, sort of the arrival process, if you will, looking really nice here, and just continuing the look of the park, getting into the park a little bit more. So in the next episode, we'll continue experimenting with what we can do with this carousel building here. I think it's going to look really, really cool. I'm really, really excited for what this is going to turn out to be. And we'll see what else we can do in the next episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully you will join me for the next one.